Tell me about this evil waitress that you want to kill.
Well, I'm a waitress too, so we're on equal footing. So for all those waitresses out there, it's about two waitresses who hate each other. And I happen to hate this girl with a passion and have no problems wanting to just throw her up against the wall and rip her head off.
So I want to kill this waitress. She's worked here a year, longer than I. If I did it fast, you know that's an act of kindness. But
It shocked me how violent I got. It really shocked me because I'm just lucky that I was in a rubber room, so to speak, that I just couldn't hurt anybody or myself. I'm lucky that I couldn't play it out because I think people do things and of course live to regret them for the rest of their lives. And it's not so hard. It's just not so hard to go nuclear. So when I say I believe in peace, bitch, that really kind of says it all, because I talk about being a peacemaker and so anti-violent, and here I am ready to just rip her head off. It's kind of shocking.
The other extreme, Baker Baker, is another song from Under the Pink that is a beautiful ballad, kind of in the Silent All These Years vein, would you say?
Yeah, I mean, I think my ballads kind of come from the same girl. So, you know what I mean? She shows up and says, okay, I'll kind of give you one. And this girl, Baker Baker is something I haven't really explored before because it's me letting down a male. Usually I'm talking about men letting me down. And this is another thing that I had to be honest about, which is that I've been emotionally unavailable to certain men in my life that are very, very loving and very giving. You know, we talk a lot about how women are so giving and men are emotionally unavailable. Well, that's not always true. Baker Baker kinda makes me really sad.
Baker Baker, baking a cake, make me a day and make me whole again. And I wonder what's in a day, what's in your cake this time. I guess you heard he's gone to LA. He says that behind my eyes I'm hiding, and he tells me I pushed him away, that my heart's been hard to find. Here there must be something here. There must be something here.
One thing that seems apparent from the songs on this new album is that your religious beliefs continue to evolve, which is particularly evident in the song Icicle.
I was taught a belief system where there wasn't really any room to discover my own belief system. So whether it's an Icicle or God or Past the Mission, where from Icicle, where the girl masturbates to survive, that whole sexual, shamed, repressive world, which I grew up in. So at 10 years old, I would think these things and feel really bad that I had these feelings. And when they would put the wafer on my tongue, you know how they put the wafer, and this is body of Christ, blah, blah, blah. And I'm going, you know, this doesn't feel really comforting. I mean, my little warm hand on my little warm spot would feel much more comforting than this stale wafer. And Icicle is kind of the tragedy on the record, but that girl's really brave.
Icicle, icicle, where are you going? Where are you going? Icicle, icicle, where are you going? I have a hiding place when spring marches, and will you keep watch for me? I hear them calling. Gonna lay down. Gonna lay down.
Bells for Her sounds like there's a toy piano in the beginning.
What that is Eric and Phil totally destroyed this upright piano in a wonderful, wonderful way. They detuned the whole piano and then muted their 3 strings to a note. So they muted 2 strings out of 3 on the whole piano.
Your vocal is pretty haunting there, though.
Undo the light force, and there goes her friend. On her knees she gets out of time, and through the portal they can make amends. Hey, would you say whatever will blanket front?
It's fun. When I was doing it, it felt like I was being zapped by this presence, and I didn't know what I was saying from word to word. And I had to sit down and write down what I said and to learn it. But it was, again, it's about the disappointment of when a close friend betrays you, or you betray them and you don't know why it's falling apart. But there's that sense of loss and you just can't go back. I tried to figure it out. I said, no, wait a minute. We're 2 people who can have a conversation, yet I can't get the tail of this kite. We'd look at each other and try and have a conversation, and then it couldn't resolve it. It just can't be resolved right now.
When you go out on the road to support this new album, is it going to be just you and the piano again, or are you considering using other musicians this time?
No, only after the show. It's me on stage with the piano.
You enjoy the confrontation aspect of what goes on between you and your audience.
Well, I like to stir it up. I mean, I feel like when I stir in my songs, I stir things up so that in my own life it's kind of a little roadmap for myself. It just makes me go, well, there's a place that I can work on something, and here's another place that I'm not looking at. And it's nice to acknowledge that I've been silent all these years, but then what am I going to do about it? I mean, how am I going to live the rest of my life? Okay, I was silent. Now what? When I play live, I'm more alive than any time because I'm very, very present.
You always go when the wind blows. God, sometimes you just don't come through. God, sometimes you just don't come through. You need a woman to look after you. God, sometimes you just don't come through.
You know, I set my parameters before a show each night. I bring different spirits to the party to work on different things. And the audience dictates what I bring because I tune into them. I'm always backstage a couple hours before a show, or I've been wandering around. And I tune into what they are. Or at my hotel, I tune into who they are and what they are. And it might sound like, that's not possible. Well, it's possible if you believe it's possible.
On the last album, you dealt with some highly personal subject matter. You told me once that was a result of sort of a day of reckoning for you. You found yourself sitting on the kitchen floor in Los Angeles, I think, and I'm quoting you here, Tori. You said, "Who am I? Why am I withering emotionally? Why am I dead?" Were these new songs born through exercising more demons, or are you coming from a different place now?
Well, I think they're always demons, you know. If you want a Halloween party, just call me up. But this time, this record was in a way more exhausting for me because the last one was very liberating because I was just beginning to acknowledge things that I had hidden for so many years. That's me allowing that. It is. So I was a victim in the situation. If I keep allowing that memory to run my life, then who's doing that? I can turn that around, and I'm turning it around.